welcome to the Rural Revival Podcast. I'm your host, Dana Larson. Today kicks off a brand new season of the podcast. And as announced, this year we are going back to interview some of the people and businesses featured in our first episodes to find out what they've been up to since then. And who better to start off with than Michelle Myers of Dirt Road Candle Co. in Lewis, Iowa. I first talked to Michelle back in 2019 when her candle business was still a side hustle. Fast forward to today, and Michelle has not only made her dream a full-time reality, but she's built an incredible brand, expanded her shop, and even hosted farm-to-table dinners on her farm. From the challenges of quitting her full-time job to surviving a pandemic to scaling her business with a team, Michelle's journey is nothing short of inspiring. In today's conversation, we'll dive into how she made the leap to entrepreneurship, the importance of protecting her creativity, and the lessons she's learned along the way. You'll hear about the power of community, her evolving style, and how she's crafted a brand that truly reflects her rural roots. So grab your favorite candle, sit back, and enjoy this inspiring conversation with Michelle Myers. And be sure to stick around until the end because we have two very exciting announcements for you. So let's dive in with Michelle. All right, well, we're here with Michelle Myers of Dirt Road Candle Co. in Lewis, Iowa. Michelle, thanks for being back on the podcast.
Thank you so much for asking me.
Yes, I can't believe it was 2019. So almost 6 years ago when we recorded that first episode.
Yeah.
And I just can't believe what has happened in your business since then. So I'm so excited to talk about it today.
Yes.
We're back on your farm. This is where right at the same table, we did our first interview.
Literally same spot.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
At that time, you had a full-time job. This was a side hustle. You weren't really sure what everything was going to look like, but it was taking off.
Yes.
So first of all, congratulations on the amazing success and what you have built this into. It's really awesome.
Thank you.
But take us back to that time in 2019 and kind of what was going through your head and what your goals were for your business.
Yeah. So 2019, I was working a job that I liked. I did not love.
Yep.
And I had this idea that was kind of taking off. And I thought, well, this is a crazy idea, but maybe I could do this full time. So I worked really, really, really hard. And I think, probably not lost, but just paused some friendships to accomplish that because I just had to have like horse blinders on.
Yeah.
And just work.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't at my day job, I was pouring candles, shipping candles, all the things, developing new products, all the things.
Out of your kitchen, by the way, right?
Yeah, out of my tiny little kitchen on 17th Street, yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Those were the days.
They were, yeah. There was candles in literally every room of my house. It was wild, but it worked.
Shout out to Steve for being on board with that.
Yeah. He was not on board every day, but he got there. We slept with candles a few times, and he was like, this is extreme. I'm like, I know. It's going to be over soon, honey. Just hang in there. I feel like it's just been a wild ride since 2019, and I'm so grateful. So,
yeah. What year did you start? Was it
2018?
18, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
What was it like making that leap? Quitting your job, going all in on this? Like, was there a defining moment where you just knew, okay, it's time? Did you hit a goal? What was that process like?
Yeah. So I had a separate account for all of my candle stuff. And I started that, I think, calendar year of 2019. Okay. And I was like, if I can replace my day job salary, then I'm going to quit my job in 2020. So that was like my goal the entire time. Well, we get to the end of 2019. I'm like, I freaking did it. Wow. I'm quitting my job. But and Steve at that time was like, yeah, you did it. Like, I watched you do it, and I'm comfortable with you leaving because the numbers say so.
Wow.
So anyway, I was like, well, I think I'd feel a little bit better if I waited until June, because then I'm like, if it doesn't work out, I at least had part of a year's salary and I have this little bit of an income and like I can find a job,
A little buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of hard to find a job in rural America.
Yeah. Especially one that you love.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like at that time I was commuting 45 minutes one way. So, you got to travel and do the things. But I'm like, well, if it doesn't work out, at least I tried.
Yeah.
So I had an out-of-body experience when I quit my job. I felt like I was completely crazy because COVID was full force. It's June of 2020.
Wow.
And so I felt a little crazy, but I also was like, no, this was my plan the whole time. And this stupid COVID thing is not going to derail my plans of quitting my job and doing this full time.
Yeah.
So at the same time, I was building a shop on the farm because my parents were moving to town. We were moving here to the farm. And I was like, I'm going to walk out my back door and have my candle business finally separate from my life in my house. And so I don't have to sleep with candles anymore. So I was spending a bunch of money to invest in my business and make it a business instead of, in my little kitchen. So yeah, I felt crazy.
Wow.
But I also was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. So anyway, now here we are today, and I've outgrown the shed that I built, and it's bursting at the seams. And I have employees, and yeah, I'm just really grateful for everything that's happened.
Yeah. Because when we talked, you were just flying solo.
Yep.
And what has that been like, bringing people into your business?
Yeah, so my mom was my volunteer employee.
Yes, that's right.
At the time. She would like wick candles for me while I was at work, so I could come home Friday night and start pouring, because I would pour all weekend long. And then during like the weeknights, I would pack and ship all the orders out. So anyway, she was my unpaid employee. She had newly retired. And so she would come to my house and wick all these candles for me. And so then I could get to work right away. And she would go with me to shows on the weekend and be like, oh, welcome to Dirt Road. I mean, she was like the greatest host that ever happened. She was like, come on in, smell all the things, free smells.
I love it.
Yeah, she was my biggest cheerleader. And so anyway, went from just my mom helping me occasionally to now I have a full-time employee, a part-time employee that ships all of our orders, and then a bunch of seasonal people that work here in the summer. So I have learned a lot about myself through that process. And yeah, just really grateful that like these amazing humans have come in my life through that.
Well, you're also a really fun person to work with.
Thank
I
you.
would have to imagine.
We try and keep it lighthearted around
Yes.
here.
I love keeping
Yes.
up on social media.
Yes.
So you were doing the markets at the time. Is that something you still do? I feel like your business model has totally changed since then.
Yeah. So all the shows were canceled
Sure,
during
yeah.
COVID. And so that really proved to me that I didn't have to do them anymore to
Yeah.
be successful or to be able to pay my bills, basically. And they weren't something that I super enjoyed. Like I really loved the interaction with the customers. So I loved coming to my booth that was all set up and being like, oh my gosh, hi, how are you? Like chatting with everyone. But I hated the setup, the tear down, the cleanup, the packing, I hated all of that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I kind of just decided like if I can make it go without doing these markets, then I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Which then evolved into how can I still have that human interaction with people, but like maybe I invite people to our farm. Mm-hmm. So in 2021, I had my first open house where the workshop that I always saw being just a workshop became a storefront
Yeah.
for a weekend. And we had like, I don't know, 350 people that came. And I'm like, this is wild. I mean, I think my parents looked at me and they're like, no one's going to come to this. And I'm like, no, people will come. I think people will come. Like after COVID, everyone just wanted to get out and have an adventure.
Yeah.
So anyway, people came. It was great. And we've had 8 of them since. So we just keep doing them because people love them and we love doing them. So
I think it's awesome. I remember seeing you one time and you're like, I want to bring people to the farm. Like, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it, but that's my next step. I know that I want to do it. So
yeah. And it all started because I was sharing the cows on my socials.
yeah.
And everyone really connected with cows. I don't know if it's because they're moms and so they saw like calving season and, you know, mama cows taking care of babies, all that kind of stuff. Or maybe because cows are just kind of like big dogs.
Yeah.
But people really connected with my cows. And I'm like, how can I bring people here, take them out to our pasture, throw them corn like I'm doing on my stories, social media. The cows come running. It's like a whole thing. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, those cows are so cool. And how can I create that experience for people to do in person?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we could have them shop for candles and go out on a trailer and do it in person. Like, that totally made sense in my brain. So I was like, we're going to do it. So we did.
I love it. And it's like you created your own version of agritourism.
Kind of.
So cool. Yeah. So you've done several different types of events here on the farm.
Yes. Yeah. We've done farm to table dinners.
Yep.
Which you inspired, actually. Did you know that you inspired me to do that?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I went to your farm to table dinner and it was the most magical experience. And I'm like, wow, I have the perfect yard for this.
You do.
Yeah. So then, you know, I didn't do it as well as you.
No, I don't believe that for a second.
But it was still pretty great. So, yeah, we've done that 3 times, I think. We did a barbecue last year.
Yeah.
Didn't do a full-fledged farm-to-table dinner, but we've done
It's a lot of work.
So much work. Oh, my gosh. If anyone's thinking of doing a farm-to-table dinner, just know it's so much work.
Get lots of volunteers.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but get lots of volunteers.
I think I've cried both times I did it. Like, tears of joy, but also exhaustion.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun to do, and it's just a really neat experience to give people.
Yeah.
So I'm all about the experiences.
Oh, yeah. And you've done some holiday stuff.
Yeah, we do a holiday open house where it's just people come shop in our workshop turned boutique for the weekend. So yeah, we try and make it really magical every time and just make it like a destination for people.
Yeah,
So,
and they come,
they
which
do.
is so cool.
Yeah, I think we had 700 people here last Christmas.
Wow.
Which is wild. I don't even know what
Yeah.
the population of Lewis is, but we probably maybe doubled it that day. I don't know. Or that weekend. I don't know how many
Absolutely.
people live in
Maybe
Lewis.
more.
Yeah. I don't know. I should probably know that fact, but I don't.
So something that has always amazed me about your business specifically is you've grown it a lot online, especially after COVID. You really had to become a digital product.
Yep.
And it's not like everyone can just sample a scent.
Yeah.
And so you've sold all this online, but you've done it without people even smelling the candles.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. But I think our angle is selling the experience of what that scent encompasses. So like transporting someone back to a place in time or a certain place that they love or, you know, whatever that may be. So we really pull from like our rural backgrounds. So like all the people that work for me grew up on a farm or in a small town. So we all sit down together and we're like, what cool experiences from our past or our everyday life does this smell like? And how can we create that experience for somebody?
Well, you do a great job.
Thanks.
So you have a largely digital company and then you do these events every once in a while and you've ventured away from the markets and stuff. But do you feel like that was a pivotal part of you getting up and running?
Totally.
Yeah. So
And
it was
I feel like when we did our last podcast together, you had even told me, you were like, you're going to know when it's time to be done with them. Because I had told you at that time, I was like, you know, I don't really love these that much. Like, I like the atmosphere during the show, but I hate the setup. I hate the prep. Like, it was just a lot.
Yeah.
And I was spending the entire weekend away. I couldn't, you know, I was finding myself in a situation where I couldn't make as much as people were demanding of me. And so like it was honestly a great problem because it made people want it more. But when I was spending my weekends on the road, like I was running out of product and I couldn't make it because I had to go back to my job. So,
and then you probably had another show waiting
yes,
for you. Yeah.
Yes. So it was just very stressful and it was a lot. And, then it's a lot of cost too because you're paying to be in the show. You pay to travel. You pay to stay in a hotel. So I don't know. And I feel like I had some experiences where it wasn't really worth it too. So then that's just defeating.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I was just, you had given me that advice, like you're going to know when it's time to be done with it. And that just felt very natural. Like after COVID happened, all the shows were canceled in 2020. It's like, oh, okay. Like financially, I can do this without them.
Yeah.
And so I don't have to do them anymore if I don't want to. Like it was like this light bulb went off of I don't have to do things I don't want to do. Like that's one of the great things about being your own boss. Like you work all the time, but also you don't have to do stuff you don't want to do. So, yeah, I don't know. It was great. It all worked out how it was supposed to.
Yeah, absolutely. So is that kind of when you started to venture into more wholesale type stuff?
I was doing wholesale the whole time. And I feel like I had a lot of really great small business friends that mentored me in that area because I had no idea what I was doing. Like my education and background is in agricultural business and it was not in retail. Yeah. I have never worked at a retail store before. I knew nothing about how wholesale worked or anything. So I just had a lot of really great connections and they helped me figure out how to navigate wholesale. So I was dabbling in that before, but I feel like that really ramped up after I kind of quit doing the shows, after I had the space to be able to expand, be more efficient, produce more. I got employees so I could, just make more stuff.
Yeah.
So that all just came a little bit more naturally after that. So.
Are you still quite a bit in the wholesale or has that changed you? Yeah. That's good.
So I'm on a platform called Faire.
Yeah.
Faire. And it's great in a lot of ways. It also, has its drawbacks for people like me, but I kind of have a unique perspective. So like I buy things on there for when we have open houses from other small makers.
Yeah.
And so I get to see it from the buyer's perspective. And I also am a seller on there. So I get to see it from a seller's perspective. But that has really helped grow my wholesale business. Before that, I had my own, which I still do. I have my own wholesale website. But I feel like the Faire, it's basically like Etsy for small makers.
Yeah.
Or small shops, I should say. So everything is all in one place. You can go back, reference your orders. Like as a shop owner, everything transfers over. It's just very convenient. So I understand why shop owners use it and love it. But there are fees for people like me and, all these things. But it has helped exponentially grow my wholesale business. So very thankful for platforms like that.
Yeah. I feel like you're very intentional about your branding. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I feel like that's really helped move your business forward. Paying attention to that and not being afraid to evolve it.
Yes. Yeah. My style has changed since I started this business. Like when I first started making candles, I lived in a very farmhouse decorated. I loved mason jars. I loved, that was very in then. And now my house is far more modern and like black and white and neutrals. And I don't have like these bright colors in my house. I mean, I do a little bit, but not really. So I feel like my style has just changed. And so our jars have changed and our labels have changed. And like the appearance of all of it would be so interesting to go back through my camera roll and put like a video together of the evolution of Dirt Road Candle Co.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just a reflection of me and my style and, that feels authentic. So, I guess I just make what I like, which is how it should be. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, do you feel like there have been some key things that have helped you build your brand that you've paid attention to?
Yeah. Like when I go into a store, what catches my eye?
Yeah.
Color, sleek, modern, like, because now I'm in my modern era.
Right.
So
yeah.
anything that's like sleek, clean, not like busy. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I don't know. I guess for me, it's color, it's the name. Like things I've observed too of people shopping in person is they like color, they like the name will grab their attention and make them want to pick it up and smell it. Or if they relate to it, like if they, I mean, we had, let's see, I'm trying to think of one. Like if somebody who is really involved in county fair, we had a candle called County Fair. Like people who love the county fair are obviously going to pick that candle up.
They want it.
Yeah. And didn't matter if it smelled like cow poop. They were going to buy it if they loved the county fair, you know?
Yeah.
We've joked that like we should come out with a diesel exhaust line or, you know, something that's like just crazy, but put a really good name on it and people would probably still buy it. So
Chrome.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, there was very intentional choices behind changing our jars, changing our labels, changing, you know, all that, the look and feel of Dirt Road Candle Co.
Yeah.
So
Well done.
thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done a good job of really building cool product lines under different themes. And I guess I'm not close enough to it to know like if those have come and gone and maybe you bring some back. But you've done a great job with focusing on different things that might resonate with different people.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like I was actually just talking about this with Liz, my employee, yesterday, of how in 2025 we didn't come out with, or I'm sorry, 2024, we did not come out with any new products. And I started 2024 feeling so burnt out. Like I was just like, I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I have no more creative juices left in me. I have just run myself to the ground, like trying to do all the things. And I had nothing in the tank starting that year. So we had no new products. We came out with new fragrances, but no new products. And then this year, I have 4 new products coming out. And I'm like, I hired a new employee to do all my shipping. And boy, how that freed up my creativity. So, like, there is something to just giving yourself space to be able to create and dream and do all the things.
Yeah.
So, I might have just totally went off topic there, but.
No, but I relate to that too, because I think sometimes it's like, oh man, do I really need to hire somebody? And then when I've stepped out and hired somebody, what it does for me is that exact same thing. It frees up me to do what I'm really good at and what I love doing.
Yep.
And I'm no longer bogged down by all the minutia that is not my strong suit, you know?
Yes.
And so for people listening who are like, man, should I hire somebody? I think we're both probably like, hire somebody.
Yeah.
It'll be so worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about every single time I'm like, that seems like so much money. Can I afford it?
Yeah.
Like you're just always questioning it because you're like, well, I'm surviving
Right.
and I'm doing it. So is that really going to move the needle? Like, yes, it has every time for me.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, I've even hired someone to help me with marketing, someone to help me with email marketing specifically. Just all those things have absolutely moved the needle in my business. And hiring someone to ship boxes because my time is not best spent shipping boxes.
Right.
And I did that for so many years. I mean, I just gave that up in 2024. So I was packing every box before then. And that's not what a creator should do when they're, 7 years into their business, 6 years in. So
we have to protect our creativity.
yeah, for sure. Because without my creativity, like nothing's going to keep coming and keep people excited and, you know. So
And then you burn out.
exactly.
Which is no fun.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, been there.
Same. Yes.
Yes.
What are some of the biggest lessons you've learned throughout this journey that might be good for other people to hear who maybe aren't quite as far along?
That's a loaded question. I've learned a lot. Man, like just managing people. I've learned a lot about myself, not necessarily like how to be a great manager, but just how do I handle conflict, or how do I handle, which all things I was exposed to in corporate America, but so much different when I'm the one that's in charge. I'm like, wait, how did I get here? How am I the boss? How does everything fall back on me?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. So like some of the biggest lessons I've learned is hire the people. Definitely hire the people. If you're even remotely thinking about it, like try it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but at least you tried. And you never know, the grass could be greener, the grass could not be greener. But every time for me, the grass has been greener on the other side of that. Build a community within your small business. Like no one's out here being your competition. Right. Everyone's here to help you.
Yeah.
So like collaborate with people. Like, I don't know. I feel like collaborations feel like I am a do better with a team person. So like I'm not a good lone wolf. So when I was by myself, building a community with other small makers, small businesses was essential to my success. So I found ways to collaborate with them. I think we actually dreamt up a project together at this table the last time we were doing this for flood victims.
That's right. We
so
did.
like just find ways to collaborate with people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It benefits everybody.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you probably are going to take more away from that experience than you're going to be giving. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that always was my feeling.
It's
like,
so rewarding.
Yes. Yeah. And just the relationships too will be there forever. So.
And what's cool is, and I think about this with Rural Revival a lot too, like there's a community that has been created because of Rural Revival, because of Dirt Road Candle Co. that would not have existed had we not done these things. And that's a pretty neat thing to think that there's a group of people that are all connected because of this business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
What has been the most rewarding thing for you?
Like I just had a conversation this morning at the gym with one of my old coworkers.
Okay.
Who has gone off and done her own thing too, mostly because I was like, do it.
Yeah.
And I would not stop bothering her about go do your own thing. Get out of here and go do your own thing. You're talented. You can do it.
Yeah.
So we both have gone and done our own thing. And she's like, man, I no longer dread Fridays anymore, or like look forward to Fridays.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, it's just another day of the week. Like, that's pretty crazy. I mean, I still say things like, oh, we made it to Friday. Woo, you know, but also like, okay, congratulations. Like, it's just another day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't dread going to work on Monday. I don't know. It's just like this sense of freedom. I work way more than I used to in corporate America, but I don't know, something about I get to choose it instead of like I have to go. I'm choosing to, you know? So probably just a mind shift change too. But also there's something empowering about, well, I'm choosing this. This is what I get to do.
There's
instead of I have to do
freedom that comes with it.
Yeah, totally.
What excites you most about the future of rural America?
Gosh, so many things. I feel like there's so many people like me that are doing really cool things. But yeah, I feel like everyone wants to, not everyone, but a lot more people want to move back to small towns.
Yeah.
Because there is more opportunity. And like, I look at my employees, they don't want to work in a corporate environment.
Right.
So like I get to provide them a really cool workplace where they can be super happy, have a super flexible schedule. Like they can be like, hey, I'm going to leave. And I'm like, cool. I don't care. If our work's done, that's great, you know? So I think people want more experiences like that. It's also just a great place to live and play. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's just a lot of freedom in rural America and
like, so much opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, what's next for you?
Oh,
what's on the horizon?
I don't know.
It's like a never-ending question.
Yeah, I feel like one thing I've learned is that I need to think bigger than what's in front of me. So like my building's too small now. I should have thought bigger 5 years ago.
And at
I
the
was
time,
building
that
it.
probably felt really big.
Oh, it felt huge.
Yeah.
Because I was making things in my kitchen and shipping things from a tiny little desk in a basement bedroom, you know? So yeah, at the time it felt huge, but I don't know. I find myself spinning my wheels a little bit because I'm like, the stakes are so much bigger than they once were. What is the next step? Everything's more expensive than it once was. So I don't know. I do know that I want to keep having people here at my farm. I don't see that looking that much different unless I just build new infrastructure. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I need some more storage. That needs to happen like in 2025 because I'm currently taking over my husband's shop and he's like, I can't fit a semi in here and that's not going to work. So we need to be able to run the farm. The candles does not run the farm. So, so we need some more storage in the short term. And long term, I just want to keep having like a great workplace environment for my employees and hosting some really cool events and collaborating with really cool people. Like even if that's a food truck that comes to my farm for the day. I've met some really cool people doing stuff like that. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a small maker, but just learning how I can collaborate with other people in rural America and bring people together and celebrate the coolness that lives out here. So
yeah.
And all through candles. That's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, great job.
Thanks.
It's so fun to follow you. It's fun
Thank
to
you.
be alongside on this journey with you. And I'm just excited to see how this continues to grow and evolve. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How do people follow along?
Well, I am on Instagram and my handle is Dirt Road Candle Co. Facebook, it's Dirt Road Candle Co. as well. And I don't know if they're going to be taking TikTok away or not. I feel like they're not, but maybe they are. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can follow some videos on TikTok as well. So
Awesome.
and it's Dirt Road Candle Co. It's pretty simple all across the board. So
we will link to that in the show notes, and we'll also link to your first podcast. So.
Yeah, crazy. Don't judge me by my shaky voice. I'm so nervous. I should also say my website is shop.dirtroadcandleco.com. So
Perfect.
if you want to check out our website, we have, I don't know when this is airing, but
Soon.
Okay, so we have Valentine's Day that's available right now, and spring will be coming soon. We're making that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on the podcast for round 2.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be a round 3? Wouldn't that be wild?
That would be wild. That would be wild. We'll see.
Maybe in 5 more years.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you so much.
Well, what an inspiring conversation with Michelle. From starting her business as a side hustle in a tiny kitchen to building this thriving brand and expanding her shop on the farm, Michelle's journey is a powerful reminder of what's possible with hard work, creativity, and a strong community. Before we wrap up, I promised I have 2 special announcements for you. If you've been inspired by Michelle's story and want to dive even deeper into how to apply some of these strategies to your own business, make sure to check out our new bonus episode. I'll be breaking down the key takeaways from today's interview and sharing actionable steps that you can use to level up your own business. From setting goals to building a brand that feels truly you, it's packed with practical tips and insights. So after you finish here, head over to After the Episode. You don't want to miss it. And for our second announcement, we are also launching a second brand new podcast called Made Rule. If you're ready to step into the purpose God has uniquely designed for your life, whether you're chasing a dream, starting a business, or simply longing to make a meaningful impact, it's time to move beyond your comfort zone and take bold action. The Made Rule podcast is a space where we dive into how to embrace your God-given calling, overcome fear, and step into the life you were created for. In each episode, we'll explore practical steps, powerful stories, and biblical inspiration to help you trust in the purpose God has placed in your heart. The first episode is now live, so go give it a listen and get ready to take the first step towards living out your purpose. You can find Made Rule at maderule.co and be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. I don't want you to miss out on what God has in store for you. This is your time. Let's make it count. A huge thank you to Michelle for sharing her story on today's episode for a second time. And thanks to all of you for tuning in today. If you're feeling inspired to follow your own dreams or take your side hustle to the next level, I hope this episode gave you some practical insights and motivation. And until next time, keep dreaming big in your small town. Have a great day, everybody.